Do you know of a stellar leader or an outstanding organization that deserves a proper shout-out? Nominate them for IBJ's awards. From 40 in their 40s and Women of Influence to Nonprofit and Healthcare Excellence Awards, we're celebrating rising stars, seasoned leaders, and organizations making a difference. Discover which programs are accepting nominations now at ibj.com/nominate.
This is Inside Indiana Business Radio for the afternoon of Wednesday, November 26, 2025. I'm Alex Brown. Sortera Technologies, an aluminum sorting company in the northeast Indiana town of Markle, has closed on a $45 million round of funding. The company plans to use the funding to expand its footprint with a new processing facility near Nashville, Tennessee, and create about 40 jobs. CEO Michael Seymour.
When you look at Nashville in a 300-mile radius, you have some mills that are melting material. You have actual OEM customers, automobile and other manufacturing. I would say there's a lot of spots that may qualify as a great next spot, but this one just had a great place for us.
Construction on the new facility is slated for completion next summer. Hendricks Regional Health and Bremner Healthcare Real Estate this week marked the opening of the new $65 million medical building on the health system's Brownsburg Hospital campus. The 50,000 square foot building supports a range of clinical specialties and outpatient services. Eli Lilly and Company has rolled out plans to offer coverage of its popular obesity medications such as Zepbound through direct-to-employer arrangements set to begin in early 2026. The company said the coverage would be administered by third-party administrators to provide employers transparent, flexible, cost-sharing options for their workers and others covered by their health plans. From the number one source for Indiana business news, this is Inside Indiana Business Radio.
Thanks for listening to this IBJ Media podcast. You're probably going to remember this ad. Do you know why? Podcast advertising works. 85% of listeners recalled hearing an ad during a podcast, and 70% of podcast listeners have acted after hearing an ad. So whether you're looking to be heard across the entire IBJ Media podcast network, sponsor one of our shows, or just start with a 30-second ad, IBJ Media can help. Contact advertise at ibj.com to learn more.
After helping more than 100 small businesses across the South Bend Elkhart region strengthen their online presence, improve operations, and grow revenue, the Digital Storefront Program is wrapping up its Ready 1.0 grant obligations. Administered by South Bend CodeWorks, the program was designed to provide digital technology assistance to local entrepreneurs who lacked the resources to compete online post-pandemic. South Bend CodeWorks co-founder Alex Segnai.
When we first started the program in 2021, we opened the application for about 2 weeks, and we had 160 small businesses apply just in the city of South Bend. After that, it just kind of really emphasized sort of the need for this kind of help and this kind of programming. And we've kept it going since and been able to grow it to a 3-county region now. In our area here, I guess technically as of this summer, 4, crossing over into Berrien County in Michigan.
With the Ready 1.0 grant period for the project closing out in December, South Bend CodeWorks is now pursuing new funding sources to sustain and expand the initiative. The Porte County Plan Commission on Tuesday formed a committee designed to explore a potential new ordinance related to data center development. Our partners at WSBT-TV report county leaders are looking to restrict where such large-scale projects could be located and how they would impact the county. The committee plans to look at other county ordinances, such as one in Lake County, and present recommendations before the next Plan Commission meeting, which is scheduled for January 27th. Along Interstate 69 in Fort Wayne, the framework for the city's new sports and entertainment venue is rising. The 8,400-seat soccer stadium will be the Fort Wayne Football Club's home and will be used by the team as it begins its first season in the top tier of the United Soccer League. Team majority owner Mark Music says the venue will also be the home to summer concerts and a variety of other sports and community events.
It's by description, purpose-built soccer stadium. It will be the largest soccer-specific stadium in the state of Indiana. It's probably slightly oversized for what our day one needs look like for soccer, but what happens very quickly when you begin to look at something like this is that we're not getting into the soccer business, we're getting into the sports and entertainment business.
The Fort Wayne Football Club says it is on track to complete construction by its March 2026 deadline. 913 Sports founder Tom Hanley is this week's guest on the Business and Beyond podcast with Gary Dick, presented by PNC, a weekly conversation with high-profile Hoosiers in business, sports, and entertainment, and beyond. Available now on the IBJ Media app or your favorite podcast provider. I'm Alex Brown for Inside Indiana Business Radio on Demand.
Hi, I'm Dave Neff, host of Talent Scout. On this show, we shine a light on Indiana's next generation of leaders who are making a difference in business, community, and civic life. These are real conversations about purpose, mentorship, and building a future that matters. Join me as we invest in leadership that lasts. Subscribe now on your favorite podcast app or listen at ibjpodcast.com. Do you want to know what really drives change in Indiana? You won't find it in sound bites. You'll find it in stories. Stories from CEOs, lawyers, coaches, entrepreneurs, and community advocates. That's the IBJ Media Podcast Network. Insightful, local, impactful. Find all of our shows by searching IBJ Media in your podcast app or visit ibjpodcast.com.